Thank you and welcome to Stepping Into Me, the podcast. I'm yours truly, your host, Latoya, Dameron. And on this podcast, we will unpack many different topics and subjects that are intended to be thought-provoking. They're intended to be eye-opening and inspiring. The goal is for you to start your week engaging in conversation that's going to encourage you to embrace who you are, to live in your purpose, to leave with tangible ways that you can apply the content that you learn right here on this podcast. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about me, just in case you don't know. I'm a professional school counselor right here in Chicago, Illinois for Chicago Public Schools. I'm a life coach, a published author of my first book, Stepping Into Me. I'm so excited about it. I believe in cultivation and connection. I'm the mother of 3. I'm a proud sister, a proud aunt, cousin, and friend. And lastly, I am married to my husband of 15 years, the man that God designed just for me. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to say thank you to the following sponsors. First, for makeup, Transform Me Pretty. For wardrobe and hair, Keith Ward Beauty. Please make sure that you follow him on Instagram and on Facebook at Keith-Ward. Also, thank you to CL at CLA Studios Chicago. Be sure that you follow them on Instagram. That again is Chicago-CLA_Studios LLC. Also, make sure that you follow City Point Lofts and Church on Instagram, as well as the Black Podcast app. Let's go ahead and get started with today's lesson. Today on Stepping Into Me, the podcast, we will be discussing the power of perception. Perception, well, what is it? It is a judgment resulting from your awareness, from your understanding of someone or something. It is the ability to understand through your senses. Simply put, it is how you see things. The power of perception says so much. Understand that no one can make you react. No one can make you angry without your permission. Anytime you believe that someone or something has made you sad, angry, or even happy, you can give your power away to that person. So today we're going to talk about it. Why is that? Why do we do that? Perception is powerful because it literally dictates what reality you see, the reality that you live in. Perception, it dictates the results that we get within our lives. So why is understanding perception important? Well, perception not only creates our experiences of the world around us, but it also allows us to act within the environment that we're a part of. Perception is very important in understanding human behavior because every person perceives the world, they view the world, and they approach it from their perspective, right? And they approach their life problems differently. Our values shape that. Our needs shape that. Our social circles shape our perception. It also shapes our interests and expectations of all the influences that we may encounter. It influences our perception. Again, our cultural beliefs, our past experiences, and our self-concepts all impact our perception. So I did a little research, had to do a little digging about this, right? And for decades, research has shown that our perspective of the world or perception of the world is influenced by our expectations. These expectations, they are also called prior beliefs, and that helps us to make sense of what we are perceiving right in the present. And it's based on past experiences. For example, you might see a well-dressed man or woman, and we may automatically assume that they're financially stable because that is our perception. That's how we view them. The fact is that our brain uses these signals to make judicious decisions in the face of uncertainty. And it is based on our experiences, on our beliefs, and our values. Anyone who's ever felt sad or depressed, they know it's hard to face the world when you're down. But it's interesting to note that these feelings also change our sensory perceptions. For example, people who listen to very sad music, they tend to think that things are worse, that the world is coming to an end. Well, on the other hand, people who listen to happy music, they tend to just move differently. They are happy, they problem solve. Prophet and Bear says that emotions have the job of giving a red or green light towards approaching and avoiding objects, people, and situations. And guess what? They shape our perceptions accordingly. That means that nurturing our positive emotions can help us to approach difficult tasks, difficult events, and we can take them by the horns and move forward. The presence of other people also affects our perception, right? Especially when we're dealing with difficult situations. Holding hands with someone or being in the company of someone that you really love while experiencing painful events, guess what? They lessen that pain. You can go ahead and just move a little bit differently. Anticipating having to bury that heavy load with someone as opposed to being alone, it makes it lighter. Just think about it. When you think about your friend, it can make the situation better if you have someone right there with you. So that means that our social connections can play a role in reducing that stress, and it might be able to help you change your perception on that situation, no matter how painful, how difficult it may be, making it easier for you to bear. We live in a world that is filled with conflict, right? Opinions and worldviews, likes and dislikes. When we choose to accept that every human is imperfect, we look past the things that we don't like, right? Or we don't agree with, and we love anyway. The result is a natural outpouring of respect. If your goal is to genuinely show respect to others, even those with whom you disagree with, treat each person that you encounter with love and dignity that they deserve, listening to them, not necessarily to change their mind, but to learn more about who they are. This will make them feel respected and open more doors to peace than you can ever imagine. That is making sure that you are respecting their perception. You know, it's all about character. It's all about developing your character. And you know that my goal in life is to live by what I call pride. That's peace, respect, integrity, determination, and excellence. My goal is to walk in peace and live with that peace in my mind and in my heart, treating everyone that I encounter with respect. Operate with integrity, doing the right thing all the time. Remain determined to accomplish every single goal that I set out to do, and doing it all with excellence. So it is my hope that you are navigating through life doing the exact same thing. If it's your desire to explore this topic or any other topic that I talk about on this podcast, please reach out to me. You can visit my website, ldameronenterprises.com. You can send me an email at ldameronenterprises@gmail.com. You can leave a comment below. You can ask a question. You can tweet. You can follow me on Instagram. Make sure that you do so. Social media, Facebook, Instagram is Dameron Enterprises. Go ahead, follow me. Ask your questions. Let's unpack this together. This has been your lesson on perception, and I certainly hope that I've given you a great definition, something tangible that you can carry throughout your day. Make sure that you join me on Stepping Into Me, the podcast, as we discuss many other topics, such as relationships, what is love, dealing with distractions, living with guilt, and many, many more. Again, be sure to follow me, share, like, and comment on all my social media platforms. And if you're looking for a life coach, I am your girl. Take a look at my website at one of my coaches packages. Until next time.